Hi everyone, my name is Gray. I'm the dietitian and health coach with MLK Health Center and Pharmacy. There are a few things going on in February, one of which is National Cancer Prevention Month. So as a dietitian, I have to talk about foods and foods that could potentially reduce our risk for cancer. So before I get into all of this, I do want to have a little disclaimer here. Anytime we're talking about food and health, there is no one single food that's going to save you or kill you. It's going to be a combination of all the things you're doing, all the things you're eating, your activity level, your lifestyle, your stress level, things like that. So keep that in the back of your mind as we go through this video, because I think it's important to take note of. So I want to start with foods that could potentially increase our risk for cancer. The first thing is probably one you've heard of. It's going to be red meat and processed meats. The evidence is a little unsure on some of this. For processed meats, it seems pretty clear that there does seem to be some potential for harm there. For red meats, it kind of depends. There's some debate if it's grass-fed beef or conventionally raised, so that's something to take into consideration. It also factors in how it's cooked. So if you're cooking it over high heat, over an open flame, it may produce some compounds that are more problematic. So maybe go easy with the processed meats. You don't want that to be your go-to, the bacon, sausages, things like that. And with your red meats, maybe once a week is usually what I recommend. Another food that we know to be carcinogenic is alcohol, or drink rather. Now this is one that I get some pushback on, and the reason being is that there are parts of the world called blue zones. If you haven't heard of these, they're pockets of people that regularly live to be 90 or 100 with relatively little health issues. So when we look at these blue zones, one of the common themes is that they drink alcohol in moderation. So something to keep in mind, because as I said before, it's a combination of all of our habits. In these blue zones, their stress tends to be lower, they're more physically active, they're eating healthier. And if that's not really your environment now and you are drinking regularly, it may be increasing that cancer risk potentially. The third food category that could increase your cancer risk is processed foods. So these don't have a direct effect on your cancer risk, but they can make it hard to manage your weight. And we do know that if you're obese, then you're at risk for more types of cancers. So cutting back on those can be helpful too. So in terms of cancer-fighting foods, there are some main categories or characteristics that we want to look at here. So first is going for foods that have a lot of vitamins and minerals. These just help our body run like they're supposed to, help support our immune system and all these tiny little metabolic functions. Some other characteristics that you want to look for are things like antioxidants and phytochemicals. This is going to be stuff, think about like the colors in our different foods and vegetables. All those different colors are probably going to be a good indication that food has antioxidants and phytochemicals. Those also help support the immune system and fight off cancer. And then the last thing you want to go for is fiber. We know a lot more about the gut bacteria now, and one of the best ways to support that gut bacteria is by eating enough fiber. Kind of keeps those little critters fed, and if they're happy, then our gut wall is happy, and much of our immune system lives in our gut. It's an interesting relationship going on there. So if that's all supported, then you're at a lower risk for cancer. So one of the best ways to get these various things from our foods are to eat plant foods. It's really as simple as that. So going for a variety of plant foods, you want to try to get as much color in as you can. I tell people to try to eat the rainbow every day, and I'm not talking about Skittles. I'm talking about vibrant foods, your oranges, blueberries, dark leafy greens, things of that nature. Organic if you can. I tell folks to check the Dirty Dozen in the Clean 15 list. If you Google that, it'll kind of help guide you on what foods you should be buying organic and which ones you shouldn't be. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching.